Okay, we are live.
We're live.
And she has the microphone up to her face. Can you even believe it?
It's because you told me like literally 25 seconds ago to put it there.
Welcome, everyone. A little tired here tonight, but looking forward to spending the next hour and a half with you all. Not 3 hours like member stream nights. Tonight is only this public stream. We do the members only streams every other week, and this is one of the off weeks. So there you go.
Hi, everybody.
Tonight is all about you.
What?
Not you.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it could
I
be
was
about
like,
you
what?
too, but
What are you talking about?
the chat, it's all about you. Ask away whatever questions you have, as long as they don't start with how many. And anybody that thinks it's funny to say how many, you might get just kicked out. That's just how it's going to work, because I have no tolerance for that kind of nonsense.
You are not going to do that.
You watch me do it.
Sorry.
Oscar swimming backwards. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me one bit. I wish we had a bunch of
Oopsie.
updates for y'all,
Oh.
but we really don't. I mean, we
Wait.
have one update that we can't talk about.
What?
We can't talk about it.
What we got in today?
Oh, well, no, there is that. You can mention that if you'd like.
We got all of the media for the aquafilters in today. It's not on the site yet, but we've got all of everything that you need for the aquafilters. So that'll be put up this week and this weekend. And yeah. So
And the video for Aquafiltra will go up on Sunday, and it is unlike any other product video you have ever seen. I can assure you of that.
yeah,
So,
it's interesting.
why did that say it was held for review? What was that all about? That's what you have when you set it to anyone can chat. That's when weird things happen. I don't know. I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
What is the next tank for you, John? An 800 gallon? No. I don't want another tank.
I'm thinking about maybe downgrading some of my nano tanks just because I like them, but at the same time I really like the bigger tanks. They're easier to maintain, and I don't know, I have the 5 nano tanks on the little antique table thing I have going on. And then I have my 2 bowls that I'll always keep because, I mean, I will never get rid of the bowl that I did with Diana Wallstead, and I'll never get rid of her bowl. I maintain those. But those other 5, I would probably keep the Sanipa red pencilfish ones, keep that tank. But I don't know, the others, the only thing I really have in them is I can't even remember what little nano fish I have in them. I know ember tetras and something else, and I can't remember, but they can all go in one tank together. I could keep the other 15-gallon cube, kind of rescape it, make it look a little better, throw all of them in there, and then whatever shrimp I have that's in those little tanks, and just take down the other 3 nano tanks, because I'm just not excited about those anymore. I'd rather have, I don't know, I like my 125 Planet Aquarium, my 75-gallon Guppy Aquarium, Planet Guppy Aquarium, and I like my Oscar tank and my fluorescent tank with the grow outs and everything. And we do have the other tank coming.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a 90?
I don't know.
Well, that's going to be fun. Maybe I'll make that an Mbuna tank.
I don't know. I wasn't being a jerk when I said that, but it's advertised in liters, and so I don't know what that means. I don't know liters to gallons. I would have to Google that, but I think it actually might be like a 110.
Perfect.
And it's very interesting. First of all, who's going to tell her? I will tell her because I have the balls. The question was asked to me, not you. I mean, I'm just kidding. But it's true. But I'm just kidding. But I'm also not.
What? You're putting yours, you're replacing yours. The other one.
No. You went on a whole thing about what you're going to do with tanks. And the question was asked to me what my next tank is.
Oh.
I'm just breaking your balls because we don't have anything else to talk about.
I thought you were saying the question was asked to you about who was getting that tank. Like, as far as when...
What tank? Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
No.
That's mine.
That's yours. One will be mine and one will be yours.
Yeah, the little one is yours.
Right. But Brent asked about the tank we were supposed to do with Joey and all that kind of stuff. Oh. That was kind of a fantasy kind of thing. I have absolutely no doubt that Joey would do that. It's not like I could be like, hey, come here next week, and he would. But I have no...
mentioned it to me about wanting to do that with you.
Right. Which is why I was saying I have no doubt that he would do it, but I don't know if I want to do it. It has nothing to do with him. It's just, I don't know. I'm almost, it's almost time to start scaling back.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, I've got my 3 and the big one, so I've got my 4. I'm happy with those. So it's not necessarily scaling back. I just don't know if I want to add more.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
But
it's just...
who knows? Well, we kind of are adding more, but anyway.
Yeah, it's a whole nother thing, though.
That is, that's a story for another day. But as far as hobby tanks goes, I just don't know. I mean, and the main reason, if I'm being fully transparent, it's just we're so consumed by everything else, by our business and all of that. I don't take care of these tanks as well as I would like to. They're fine, but they're not as good as I would like them to be.
Yeah.
So, maybe someday we'll have somebody taking care of that for us, and then I can have all the tanks. But until something like that, I don't want to not take care of fish the way they should be.
And that's why I think it's important to have good filtration. I've really figured that out more as, we've become more, or I've become more of an experienced fish keeper. It's like, there were all those times where I would do water change, like, and be so consistent with it. But I lacked cleaning the filters out as much as I should. I should have been doing that more often. And it's like, okay. Keep up with the filters, maintain the filters, and you can cut back a little bit on your water changes. You don't have to be quite as consistent, especially if you have plants, but you learn in this hobby what works.
Well, and I mean, you also learn you're only capable of what one person is capable of.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's at my age, not you, because you're just a young whippersnapper, but at my age, that becomes very difficult. I'd like to make a public announcement. If you think you're funny and you even send a super chat and include how many, I'm not reading it. I'm sorry. I have to take a stand. I don't care who you are. I don't care if it's $1,000 super chat. I'm not reading it because you're doing it just to set me off, and I'm not doing it. But Tesla Killdozer didn't do that. He came in with the $9.62 and said, hey, John and Lisa, glad to be viewing the live stream tonight. We're very glad for you to be viewing it.
And I won't forget that you're a dude. Remember? Because I was like thinking.
I am not confused about that.
No, I know that. But for some reason, I kept thinking Tesla, Tess. My cat's name is Tess. I named her after, girl. It just, so Tesla.
I suppose that's reasonable.
Know what? He's been around forever. Took a little break, and came back and everything. And I can't believe I forgot that. I was like, him or something. I was a he or him or something that one time. felt really bad.
Yeah, I always knew. It was never confusing to me. Just, I'm the good guy here, finally, for once in my life. Finsanity donated 5 channel memberships. Thank you, Joe. It's
Thanks,
too much.
Joe.
It's too much. And you weren't the only one, by the way, just so you know, because he's apologizing. Not apologizing, but kind of apologizing. Wasn't just you. But I did see a good question here. And actually, there is a podcast episode coming up about this, not this Monday, but I think it's the Monday after that, or it might be the Monday after that. I don't know. Jason and I record in batches, but we're actually doing a podcast episode. We've already done it. That is, are big aquariums easier to take care of than small aquariums? And let me tell you what happened in that episode. This is the truth. I had my mind blown in that podcast. And I went into it feeling a certain way. And at the end, I felt like it felt completely different. And that's because of the brilliance of my podcast partner, Jason Adams. So that's coming out very soon, within the next couple of weeks. Like I said, it's already recorded. But the question from K Zach is one big tank versus okay, hi, I do this for a living. One big tank versus 5 smaller. What would you choose? I'm going to answer first because I'm going to. 100 times out of 100, the bigger one.
Yeah. 5 years ago, I'd have been like 5 little ones, but no, now I would definitely say one big tank.
There's so many. That is a deep topic, which we could do the whole episode on, because there's so many pros and cons to both scenarios.
Exactly.
5 smaller tanks, you can have 5 different, 10, 12 different types of fish.
Yeah. Very true.
These can have plants. Those don't have plants. These have snails. This one's just for a beta. I mean, there's so much that you could do. Mm-hmm. And with the one tank, I could argue you could have a lot of fun with that too. But
especially if it's a great big amenity tank.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The one big tank versus 5 smaller, that could be a 55 versus 5 gallons. It's like, no way am I going to take 5 gallons. I'm not saying 5 gallons are bad, but the 55 I'm going to pick every time. So I guess it really doesn't matter, because I was going to say, if it's a 360 or 5 125s, then we're having a different conversation. All it says is big versus smaller. 125s are smaller than 360. But I think your question, K. Zach, was more along the lines of like a 125 versus 5 20 gallons or 10 gallons or something like that. And even with that, I'm taking the 125 every time. And I think you are too, because you've had so much fun with that. Now you're having so much fun with that. Yeah. You're becoming a big tank girl.
Yeah.
I love it. That's my ultimate fantasy.
But even that one, the 125, is not for big fish. It's just a community fish tank.
It's very true. But what I said was, I didn't say you're having fun with big fish. I said you're having fun with it. And it's true. You are. And it looks great.
Definitely take some more Vow out.
We should just call it the Vow tank. That stuff is absolutely taking over.
I have like a little tote over there of the Vow I took out last time. And I have to just keep adding.
And it's reproduced?
I'm just like, what the heck? All I got to do is add water and lay it in a tote. Because I haven't figured out what I wanted to do with it yet. I was like, I don't want to waste it. But now I've got the rest of it I need to take out of there. And it's like, I've got enough to fill up your 360. It's crazy.
Well, you're not going to be doing that. I promise you that. I think they need to bring to the big screen the death of Superman. What do you think? Oh, that would be fantastic. But a lot of people would argue that Zack Snyder already did that, even though, a lot of people hated Batman vs. Superman, but I loved it because Superman. What sort of setup do you suggest for goldfish? Well, that kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it, Curtis? A pond.
Yeah.
That's what I suggest. And let me tell you all something. I got to vent here a little bit. This is my therapy sessions here. I've talked about this so many times and I'm getting so sick of talking about it. My pond, I'm struggling with it right now. And it's making me so mad. And I think it's those stupid plants again. Whatever that stuff is called.
The pretty ones with the purple?
That look like balls, not testicles, but the ball ones that with the green and then they spread like crazy. And I think they drink all the water.
I got two, remember? I was like, because last year I got 5. This year I got 2. I even have one out here in the guppy.
It fixed the problem from as far as the algae goes. It did a great job of that, but I don't know what it is. So it's not unusual. I'm certainly no pond expert, but it's not unusual when you have to build up the area where you build your pond. Like if the area is completely flat and you need to build the area up to form the waterfall, it's not uncommon for that area to settle a little bit and things to get a little wonky and you have to adjust, and you might have to adjust the rocks and adjust the liner and stuff like that. I've had to do that several times. That is not in any way what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not being critical of the people who built the pond. It would have happened for anybody. I mean, and it's especially for us, our soil is so sandy, things settle all the time, everywhere. Everything is leaning or, crooked because the sand just does that. If you can dig a hole in my yard and 2 months later come back and it'll be gone. Like it just fills in on its own. It's wild. It's weird. And it's almost like the beach, except we're not at the beach or on the water. It's bizarre. So anyway, last entire pond season, my pond was just drinking water so bad. And I was convinced that there was a leak somewhere.
You had a thirsty pond.
It was very thirsty. And here's the problem. I'm going to try to explain this as good as I can. If you haven't seen the videos on my pond is technically 3 levels. It's absolutely amazing. It starts off at the top of the little hill that they made for this pond. And it's a very, very small little area where the biofalls is from the filtration. And then it has a very small, maybe like a 12-inch, or not even that much, maybe a 6-inch little teeny waterfall. And then the water travels through a little stream and goes over another waterfall that's a lot deeper and makes a lot of noise, and it's glorious, and waterfalls into the main pond. I was having to refill my pond last year almost every day. And when I say refill it, I don't mean like it was empty and the fish were flopping on the bottom. No. But it would go down far enough where we have a water feature in the pond that if the water is low, the pressure in the water doesn't build up high enough to work that water feature. And so that water feature starts to burp. And that's an indication that the water is low. And usually it would be a couple inches low or something like that. And then I have to run the water from the hose for like 30 minutes to fill it back up again. And I was having to do that almost every day. This is a 1,500 gallon pond and it was losing that much water every day. So what I kept doing was almost every day, I was looking around trying to find, is there anywhere where the water is flowing over top of the liner? Because again, rocks settle down. And so you're wondering maybe the liner got pulled down a little bit or something like that. And I found areas of concern. I fixed them and then it would keep on happening. And then finally it stopped when I pulled out are they hyacinth? Is that what they're called?
Oh yeah, they are.
Hyacinth is an amazing, really cool pond plant, but it's wild how fast it grows and how much it multiplies.
It's like crabgrass in the pond.
It's true. It's like Vallisneria. It's ridiculous. And the pond did not stop doing that until I removed all of that hyacinth. And I'm talking, I took 2 full-size wheelbarrows full of that hyacinth out of the pond and threw it away. And then it stopped. This year, went through the normal early summer algae bloom. It happens for just about everybody that has a pond. It's the only negative part about having a pond, particularly one like mine that's in the direct sun. So I had the genius idea, or I made the genius suggestion to you, because you handle the plants around it. Maybe we should add some of those hyacinth again. You got 2 of them. Now there's 333,000 of them. I counted them yesterday. Exactly 333,000. And it's doing it again. The pond's doing it again. Every single day, it's dropping by a couple inches. Now, before I tell you what I found the other day, which I didn't even tell you about, I kind of told you, but I didn't really tell you. I do want to address one thing. You may be concerned as a viewer, what would happen if you did not refill it? The answer is nothing. I know how weird this sounds, and it has me perplexed too. The pond will drop about that far, but then it'll stop, meaning it'll never go below that. It'll stay at that level until I refill it. So if there is any type of water escaping the pond, or escaping, as they say in Finding Nemo, it's not below that, obviously. It's not a leak that's at the bottom of the pond or something like that, because then it would just keep on going. If I let it go for 2 weeks, the water feature wouldn't work. It would be sitting there dry and look terrible. But the waterfall would still work. It would still work. It would have to go really, really far down before the skimmer would get no water in there. And it would have to happen just by way of evaporation. And that would take a really long time, especially this time of year. So the point I'm trying to make there is the leak, or the water, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. However, the water is escaping the pond is happening from that far below the water line and up somewhere in there. And the pond is old enough. It's 2 years old now. It's old enough where you can see the water line on the rocks. You know what I mean? Like it's permanently
it's really cool.
Embedded in there.
It's got a nice little algae, moss look around there. It's really pretty. I love
So
it.
if the water is that low, you can tell because of the line on the rocks and because of the water feature not working anymore. So anyway, I think it was Wednesday. I was like, all right, I'm going to figure this out. The bugs are finally not horrible. I'm going to figure this out. And I found something that I've never found before, and I thought that I'd fixed the problem. I found I would almost consider it like a mat of algae. When I pulled it out, it was like a solid mat. I don't know how else to describe it. It was this thick, and it was in the area of that very first little waterfall that comes out from the biofalls. What was that? Wind or a ghost. Who knows?
Or meow meow.
We have, I don't know the name of those plants that Micah brought from that other pond, and he stuck like one in the ground, and now it's everywhere.
They're tall.
And they have the purple flowers.
Purple flowers, and you can get them with white flowers, but they just keep reproducing.
Beautiful. And he put those right on the edge, and it was growing around that. And so what was happening, that mat of algae or growth, I don't know, some kind of algae, was so thick, it was literally redirecting the water out of the pond. I know how crazy that it's very difficult to explain. I should have got this on video, but the biofalls, the waterfall from the filtration is a big tub that's buried in the ground, and it sticks about that high off the ground or above the ground. The water, because it was being held up by that mat, was filling up all the way to the top of those biofalls. It's supposed to be about that far down, and it was overflowing in those biofalls. And so I was like, okay, I found the issue. This is great. And it was literally hidden underneath a bunch of pampas grass and those plants that I don't know the identity of. It was hidden underneath there. So I pulled all of that out and threw it into the yard so I can mow it up whenever I mow. And of course, it made the entire pond all cloudy and brown and gross, which it was until the next morning. And I went in the house victorious, thinking I've solved the problem. No, it's still happening. And I think it's going to be another one of those scenarios where it's not going to stop until I take that hyacinth out.
Oh, it's so pretty though. And it's finally clear.
I don't understand how plants could drink that much water. I don't understand it. It makes no sense. And
they love the poopy water. They love it. It just makes them happy.
Apparently it makes them horny too, because they reproduce like absolute crazy. Oh shoot, my thing skipped because of course it did. Ryan Gloff, any chance you'll ever return to saltwater? I don't think so. And it's not saltwater's fault. Saltwater's fault. It's I just don't. I don't want to say I don't like it, but I don't like it enough to do it.
If it was the only tank we had, that's it. The only one.
Yeah.
It would get spoiled rotten and it would be great. It would be like probably an obsession tank. But it's just not that way for us here. So
No, I'm going to be converting my 240 to freshwater, and I'll be done with the saltwater. I love saltwater. I really do. I just don't. It doesn't love me. That's the better way of saying it.
Yeah.
I love saltwater tanks. Saltwater tanks don't love me. So I don't think I'm going to be going back to that unless you do. And then it's on you. It's not up to me.
I don't want it. I don't. I like going places and looking at it. I like looking at other people's saltwater tanks, and I actually respect the heck out of people that keep them because it's like, I know how difficult it is. So I think if we started with saltwater and that was it, that'd be a totally different story. But because I don't know, freshwater is just so much easier to me.
It is easier. The saltwater wasn't incredibly... It really is a whole other world, though. It really is. I mean, it wasn't the most difficult thing in the world. It just required more attention than I'm able to give it. That's the best way of saying it. Crazy in Love Asian, $5 super chat. Okay, I'm sorry, John. It's fine. Well, it's not fine. You were a bad boy, but it's okay. I just had to. No, you didn't. You didn't have to. You chose to. What should I do with ram's horn snails? They do such a good job of cleaning my tank of algae a humane way. Okay, so he's looking to get rid of ram's horns.
Don't feed them to Oscars.
Yeah, that'll be a waste of time. He doesn't have Oscars. We know what he has.
Wait, what does he have?
He's got nano tanks, so he doesn't have Oscars.
Just get some pea puffers.
I mean, them ram's horns can get pretty daggone big after a while, though.
Pea puffers can grow.
You're the snail person. Give this guy, even though he was a bad boy earlier, give him...
The thing is, even with ram's horn snails, I mean, this is what amazes me, and I'm not upset with anybody. You all do what you want to do, but when people buy ram's horn snails from me, and they get a 24-pack. If you're not feeding them to pea puffers, then I'm just saying you don't need a lot of ram's horns to have a population. All you need is a 6-pack. If you can get 3, that's even better. you put them in the right tank, you know, as long as you're not putting them in with fish that will eat them, they are going to overpopulate your tank. So the thing is, with ram's horn snails, the only way to really get rid of them is to take them out and get rid of them. Be aware that they lay eggs on everything, so check the side of your glass, you know, scrape the eggs off. If you don't want to get rid of the ones you have because you're like, I don't want to hurt them, blah blah blah, just get the eggs off. You know, every time you see the clear eggs, get them out. But I don't know, when they die, stuff them down in the in the substrate. You know, you can even, not trying to sound cruel, but you could kind of squeeze them and stuff them down in the substrate. They become fertilizer for plants.
When the only other thing I would suggest, and I've seen your tanks, Tony, not in person, but on the member streams, and your tanks look well kept. But another thing that causes ram's horns to flourish is the right conditions for them to flourish, which means there's a lot for them to eat. So starving them out is another thing, which is
that is true.
Difficult to do when you have fish in there, but that's
Wow.
another way of doing it.
Yeah, feed less. It does help. I've noticed, like, when I start running low-ish on ram's horn snails in the one tank that I pull them out of to sell them, it's one of many. But if I notice that they're, you know, getting a little low, I just start overfeeding that tank a lot. And, oh my gosh, more ram's horns. So you can control it getting to be too much, at least.
Tony then went in. He felt real bad for what happened earlier, and he donated a channel membership. Thank you so much for that, Tony. You have made up for the mistake. So it's fine. I'm not mad at you. Tesla Killdozer came in with the $5.56. Thank you for remembering and not confusing me with Tess the cat. No.
She's so cute.
She is cute. Probably cuter than you, Tess the Killdozer, but you know, but that she's adorable. So she's cuter than most things. So
She is cute.
don't take offense to that. On Tank Talk, I think you said you have a substrate that's almost the size of very small pea gravel. What is that stuff? That's this. It is either we argued about this.
Oh, we're not getting into that again. That was like a 30-minute.
It's two different substrates. It's Peace River and Jungle something else.
Jungle River.
No, it's not Jungle River. It's Jungle.
You know what? I have the boxes.
I know,
behind.
but it's the Naturals line from Carib Sea.
Yeah, they
And
make the best substrate.
it's two different one mixed in here. One of them is a little bit larger, and then the other one is like a heavier grain sand. And I'm not even going to start the argument with my wife of which one is which, but in this tank, I have both of those mixed in there. I would love to actually link the video that I did about this, but I didn't title it New Substrate for the 360, because if I did that, nobody would have watched it. So I titled it something fancy, and I don't remember what it was.
Well,
So
my Oscar tank video, I have it in it.
you do.
But I have two different. I have another.
Here we go.
I don't have the same substrate as you. You have one substrate and another. I have one of the substrates that you have, but then another. So there's 3 different substrates between those two tanks. But we do share one that's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to get into all that.
But it is a Carib Sea product, and the thing is, you'll be hard pressed, Joe, up there in New York. I've never seen a pet store ever carry everything Carib Sea sells. Like, it would just be ridiculous to do that. So you may not be able to find it. at your local pet store. It might be something that you would have to order. And I think whoever ships substrates, they're crazy because it's so heavy. Like, I don't know how anybody makes any money doing that, but yeah, Carib Sea makes a great product. But I have even seen a pea gravel style gravel at Petco. But then I've also seen it at Lowe's. And that might be what you're asking about. And it's just pea gravel at Lowe's. I mean, I don't know any other way of describing it. It's pea gravel at Lowe's. And it's way, 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 way cheaper than the aquarium substrates. Yeah, did we just do that episode last week, I think?
What?
The Tank Talk episode where we talked a lot about substrates, the hardscape episode.
You talked about, yeah. And how Jason talked about the rocks or something from Lowe's and then they sold out.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I told the story of those two crazy ladies at the pizza restaurant that were stealing rocks off the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you didn't listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, I did. Watched it.
Mel Boogie with the $5 super chat said, "Hey guys, order came in. Blue snails are doing great. Thanks again. Look out for an email. I have a burning question that I can't figure out." Well, as long as it doesn't start with how many, you'll get a response from me. Cody James, member for 7 months, just got 2 pairs of common cribs for my 60 breeder. Do you think they'll eat a mystery snail? They seem to leave my ram's horns alone. Mystery snails are bigger and they grow faster. Maybe not faster than ram's horns. But if I'm not the snail expert, you are, but if your ram's horns are fine, mysteries will be fine.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Is this with the crebescents?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think because they're one of the more peaceful ones, the crebescents. I don't even say it right. But when they're breeding, they might be a little aggressive. And, if the mystery snail's going over where they shouldn't be, they might nip at it a little bit. But other than that, I wouldn't.
In a normal environment, fish picking off a snail every once in a while is how you don't end up in the situation that Crazy in Love Asians in.
Sure.
I'm just saying, it might seem barbaric, but we're talking about snails here. We're not talking about other fish.
I want to address a super chat real quick because I don't want people to get the wrong idea.
Oh boy.
Finsanity said, "Do your members know they can shop on the Devil's website through your affiliate link?" The reason why I bring that up is because KG Tropicals doesn't have an Amazon affiliate link. That's not what Joe meant. My Roots and Whiskers channel for cats has an affiliate link, and that's what Joe's talking about. I did a video 2 days ago for the cat playpen, the portable playpen, and for the first time ever, I used my Amazon affiliate link to link the cat portable playpen in the description. And I was telling Joe, if you order stuff, you can click on that link. You don't have to order that cat playpen. Just stay on Amazon through the link, go to the search button and order something else of your choosing, whatever you want, as long as it's not fish stuff. And I would get a small percentage that would go to the cat's donation, the account that I have for the cat set up. It's only like 2 or 3%, but hey, you're going to spend it anyways. So it would be helping the cats.
It's very true.
But I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that wasn't a KG Tropicals link.
And I mean, the answer is yes, I am absolutely a hypocrite.
Why?
First of all, my wife doesn't hate Amazon as much as I do. But second of all,
For cat
I
stuff, I
buy
don't care.
a lot of stuff off Amazon, just not fish stuff.
Yeah.
So I am the ultimate hypocrite. I have a part for my dishwasher being ordered or being delivered tomorrow from Amazon. You know, it's like, it's so bizarre. Like, I need to put 2 new windows on my barn. I was thinking about going to Amazon. They probably have them. I mean, they have everything. It's ridiculous. I needed a part for my dishwasher. Amazon had it. Weird. But I just don't buy fish stuff from there because it has nothing to do with it affecting me personally. I don't like what it does to the industry. I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but yeah, I'm a total hypocrite. I'll buy anything off Amazon as long as it's not about aquariums.
Funny thing is, he was saying how he had to order a part for the dishwasher. This has been one of those weeks where everything, it happened all in one day, like within 10 minutes. My computer crashed. Like
Completely just gone, dead.
It died. It just crashed. The dishwasher crashed. Like, it all happened at the exact same time. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to get my work done. I need my computer to do the things I need to do. But now I'm hand washing these dishes, and I was just so annoyed because the dishwasher had a whole load of dirty dishes in it that needed to be washed, and then I still had some left over that I needed to, wash, like, from dinner or whatever. And I was just so annoyed by that. And I was like, I practically hand wash the dishes anyways, so it's not that big of a deal because I'm rinsing them and wiping them off before I stick them in the dishwasher.
She is one of those idiots. I don't understand those people.
I can't stand. It's like I use the dishwasher to sanitize, just the extra step. But anyways, it was a really bad day, and
It was a great day for me. I got to go to the Apple store.
I don't ever do that. I was like, okay. He said I can go. We can put a very small down payment down and do the what do you call it?
Apple business card financing thing.
Yeah, do a financing. It's a business expense because I use it for business and everything, and so I got one, and it works so good. It's the first time I've ever bought a brand new computer because I don't.
She has always gotten my hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
No, we bought the one for you, but it turned out to be terrible.
Yeah, but it's just I'm not a materialistic person like that when it comes to I need the latest, greatest new, because I don't like change. And I don't like to waste money. So I'm always like, no, because it started acting up like 6 months ago, and you're like, we should go get you a new one. And I was no. I was able to get it to turn on like 3 days later. I said, I saved it. It only took 3 days, but it finally came on. But yeah, now that I have the computer, it runs so good and it's fast.
The iMac with the M4, that's what I got her, with the 526 storage. It's the beefiest one that they have available without upgrading the memory and the RAM and all of that stuff, which Apple is way too overpriced. Straight off the shelf. And it was a beautiful experience going in there and doing that. I'll just have to say it. I am an Apple fanboy, but I walked into the Apple store and it was packed because iPhone 17 just came out. There, I swear to you, this was on a Tuesday, and there was 100 people in the Apple store. I was in and out in 15 minutes with a brand new computer in my hands. It was wild. Like, I was like, there's all these other people here. I don't know why all those people were in there, and I got help before them, but it was a beautiful experience for me. This is another good question. K-Zach is just bringing them all to us today. Is it disrespectful to bring big yet valuable fish to a local fish store to rehome without giving a heads up? Or are they always happy for the rarities? And I mean a local fish store that has many aquariums. That is such a good question. One of my dear friends, Mark Kornberg, owns a very successful aquarium store Aquariums Unlimited in Virginia Beach. We promote them all the time because they deserve it. He is one of the rare people that I know that is in the fish keeping industry that if somebody walked in with a fully grown Midas cichlid, just walked in out of the blue with that fish in a bucket, 10 inches long, glorious, beautiful fish, and they walked in and said to Mark, hey, do you want to buy this? He would look at it and say, no, not interested. No thanks. And he wouldn't care if it hurt your feelings because he doesn't have time to mess around with that stuff. He's the only one I know, and that's not a bad quality of him. Every fish store owner that I've ever known, including myself when I owned one, wants to do that. But you feel bad because the fish keeper needs to get rid of this fish for whatever reason, and it makes you feel bad to not be a savior for that fish keeper. But you're taking a huge risk, and the market for those big fish, there isn't none. There's none out there. It's very, very rare that you're going to find somebody that wants to buy a full-grown fish like that. Because part of the fun of this is looking at Lisa's Oscar tank right now and seeing that her Oscars have tripled in size since she got them. That's part of the fun. And most people aren't interested in that. There are people, like if I wanted to get a fish for in here, I would be interested in a big fish like that. But then again, am I? Because I could bring that fish in, put it in here, and my two Oscars kill it, or they kill my Oscars. The new fish kills the Oscars. I don't want to risk that. Lisa plans on putting her Oscars in this tank when they get big. If it doesn't work, we can put them right back in there. What am I going to do with a big old Midas or a big old red devil or something if things go bad?
Oh,
so
very true.
Most people are not going to want to take that risk. So to answer your question, is it disrespectful? No, but ask them first.
Yeah.
Save yourself some time.
Definitely ask first.
And I'm not trying to be mean here, Zach. Just because you think it's valuable doesn't mean it is. We all think our fish are more valuable than they actually are. And valuable is not always... A fish is as valuable as what anybody will pay for it. And yeah, they'll pay $300,000 for ridiculous Japanese koi. But unless we're talking about arowanas and stingrays, there's no big money in these fish. Unless you find a crazy person.
Yeah.
So.
Well, do you remember that incident, speaking of Mark and not taking in fish? We went there one day and he showed us this goldfish that was this big. He said, I don't take fish in. Everybody said they didn't accept this goldfish, and he's showing me this tank all by itself with a goldfish in it all by itself. But this goldfish appeared out of nowhere, and they think somebody brought it in and snuck it in like a bag of water and dropped it in a tank.
You ended up bringing that fish home, didn't you?
He gave it to me, and I brought it home. Yeah, to put in there.
Yep. With
my goldfish. I said, well, I did quarantine it for a little while. Remember, I didn't just stick them in there because I was like, I don't know. These are my goldfish are special goldfish, so I don't want to risk it. And it ended up being fine, but it is sad. I had him for like a year, and then he died.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. I thought that was true.
Yeah, he did. And I was like, oh, I don't know why, but I'm glad he didn't give my fish anything. It was probably just I don't know how he was taken care of before I got him, but he did live a year.
In a beautiful tank, too.
I know.
An experience that I remember experiencing, an experience I remember having when I owned a fish store, back to Kazak's question here, was a Budico fry. That's how I pronounce it. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. Oh. It was a absolutely gorgeous, like 12-inch Budico fry, spectacular fish. exact scenario. Dude brings it in a bucket, and he was asking if I wanted it, and I said, well, I really don't, because I don't know where I would put it. I don't really have a tank big enough for it. And I was like, plus, what do you want for it? And he was like, oh, no, I just want to give it to you. And I was like, oh, well, in that case. And we had, in our store, it was not a recirculating system. So every tank was technically a quarantine tank. And we had a 33 long that I was easily able to clear out. I put the fish in that 33 long, and it was in that tank for 6 months before somebody actually bought it. Making my point for me again. So I'm not saying just what my opinion is. I've actually experienced this. That was a beautiful fish. We had him for 6 months, and it's not like I put a $500 price tag on it. I think I sold that fish for like $60 or something like that. And I think I might have even taken money off of it just because I was happy to get rid of it. But, it's not a good idea to just walk into a store, especially if they don't have a quarantine area. And that's one of the reasons why Mark doesn't do it, because he has recirculating systems and he doesn't want to put some foreign fish.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say foreign, but it's foreign to his store.
Yeah.
Doesn't know anything about that and doesn't know how these people keep their fish. It's too risky. So, but our fish store was basically every tank was a quarantine tank. So,
Yeah.
by the way, Joey, the video you released right before this live was outstanding. Joey who?
Joey was in here.
Did I miss Joey? I didn't see him.
You weren't looking at chat, but he said he was, he told everybody that you,
Ignored his nudes?
no, about the wanting to do the tank. Where,
How did I not see him? I mean,
he said, John's monster tank is still not built. I'm still willing to build it. So if John ever talks about wanting a
there he
monster
is.
tank, call him out on not wanting it bad enough. Just saying, I'll see myself out. So since you didn't want, or you didn't respond to that, he has offered to build me a catio instead of your.
oh,
So we'll take that.
I love the idea. I love the idea of Joey coming here to hang out, regardless of whether we build a tank or not. Joey and Tamara are awesome people, and it would be fun if they came here to hang out. He has a passport to come over here. We don't have passports to go to him. I would love to go up there and hang out with them too. It'd be fun. And if he wants to do that, I'm all for it. I'm just not at a place in my life where I want to add another big tank. It sounds like fun and I would be excited, but at the same time, I feel like it would be irresponsible.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And
I know what you mean.
I don't want to feel that way. And I know that sounds ridiculous because this is what I do for a living, but listen, I promise everybody watching this chat, all 19 people that are watching, listen.
519.
What?
I said 519.
I wish. I'm going to make a promise to all of you right now. I'm not going to tell you what this is. You're going to have to watch the videos to see it. And who knows? It might not even happen, but it's the plan now. There is going to be a series of videos that's going to start uploading on our channel in the not so distant future. And when you see these videos, you will completely understand why I don't want to add another big tank to this fish house. And you'll understand why I haven't built that rack to put the 10-gallon tanks on in the beta section, and why we might not even do that now. That was her decision, not mine. All of it will make sense. I promise. Just bear with me. And if Joey wants to come down and help build that, I'm all for that.
Yeah, for real.
But,
oh, yeah, that would really help get.
ugh,
That would help you a lot.
let me tell you what would happen. I adore Joey. I would do anything for him. And I feel very confident that he would do the same for me. But I would regret if he came here to help me, because then I'm not working at John pace. I have to work at Joey pace. And I'd be like, oh, I'm so tired. Because I'm an old man. Joey is, I think, 10 or 11 years younger than me. He just got out of a boxing ring a year ago. But still, like, I couldn't do that. And I would have a hard time keeping up with him. I know it.
Yeah, but then it would get done even faster. And I love the idea.
It's true. It is very true. And again, maybe someday in the future, we'll be able to do that. I keep pointing to where it would go as if y'all can see it, but who knows? You know, the future, the potential for things in the future, there's a lot of potential, but you're just going to have to remember, or you're going to have to trust me. Something big is coming. It's going to change everything, and you'll totally understand why I'm overwhelmed. Dennis McKelvey donated 5 channel memberships.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you for that so much, Dennis. And now, see, I hadn't scrolled to the point yet where Joey was, so that's why I didn't see that.
Okay.
I'm way, way, way behind because I ran my mouth so much about
You did.
all the stuff.
All the stuff.
North Finn also donated 10
Thank
memberships.
you, Darius.
Darius, you're the best.
Oh, did I mention that I wanted to do a giveaway tonight?
Yeah, she didn't even mention that to me, so I don't blame y'all if you didn't know.
It was actually supposed to be for last week, and I forgot. I was like, dang it.
Fun. Are you really going to give that away tonight?
Yeah, that's why I brought it out.
You want to do it right now?
Right now?
If you do,
Sure.
you need to talk about something so I can pull it up.
Alrighty, so tonight's giveaway is going to be the Bug Pro. My fish love this, so that is one of the reasons why I want to give it away. Is so hopefully somebody that's never tried it can win it, and they can be like, wow, now my fish love it too. But if you already have it and you win it, then great, you're gonna have extra.
Yeah, that's a real tough problem to have.
And then this is probably the North Fin flake we sell the most of.
Community?
Yeah,
Yep.
and then the kelp. But definitely the community. Both of these can go in any of your community tanks. Your fish will love it. Anything. Even I feed this to the mbunas sometimes too. Like any fish will eat it. It's good stuff. So, are you ready?
Somebody said Joey versus John. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me very closely. I sat ringside for Joey's fight against Lucas Bretz. I called that fight Joe Rogan style with Jay Wilson. It was one of the best experiences of my life. Let me tell you this. Without any doubt, I spent 5 years as a police officer. I was trained in all kinds of things. I can handle myself. Joey Mullen would kick my ass if we fought. So it's not funny to say Joey versus John because I'm not trying to get embarrassed. That's a fact. Just about everybody. I could confidently say everybody that night. If I had gotten in that ring, which I did get in the ring to do commentary, but they would have all kicked my butt. There's no doubt about it. Much respect to everybody that did that night.
They all did so good. And the time that they put in to train and everything. We met some really cool people there too. It was awesome.
All due respect to everybody that participated in that event. The one that affected me the most was without a doubt Eric Triplett, because 56 years old, that man got in that ring and he held his own. He didn't win the fight, but he put up an amazing fight for an old man. He did a whole lot better than I would have done. There's no doubt about it. So
he's such a cool guy.
Much respect to him. Anyway.
So
you want to do it right? Oh, I didn't mean to say it that way. Would you like to do a winner now?
Yes, please. I would like to choose a winner now?
Because
I want to make sure I answer the right way too. Jeez.
I was going to say, you want to do it now? That's,
What are we doing? A Tanks of Our Lives video?
wait till later for that. Stop it, John. Knock it off. What is this? It's a family show. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Okay. Let's do it this way.
Let's do it this way.
So,
Choose a winner this way.
okay.
Okay.
We're not going to choose a winner this second.
Oh.
And the reason why.
Oh, because we got to give people time to
That's
say
right.
something.
So what has to happen here, ladies and gentlemen watching, there's only, according to Nightbot, 22 people that are entered into this giveaway right now. Because what it does is it includes people who have been active in the chat for the last 15 minutes. So
Wow, there's some slackers.
I'm telling you. So all you need to do right now is put something in the chat. It doesn't matter if it's how many, and Nightbot picks you, you're automatically disqualified. It's not funny. But anything else, put it in there. That is your entry. Now it's up to 39. So y'all are listening. Good job. Unless somebody put how many.
Gosh.
And then we'll pick the winner in a few minutes. Give everybody a chance to do that. Going to watch baseball playoffs, not the Nationals. Yeah, of course not. It's very unfortunate. They're not in the playoffs, which is
That's why I took off that shirt I was wearing.
You were watching
I was
that.
wearing
Yep.
my National shirt today, and I went in and took that off.
Joey's drilling tanks. Also,
Oh my
renewed
gosh. You all, there's somebody in chat. I got to tell this story.
Uh-oh.
She put up a video like a couple weeks ago in Discord. No, it wasn't Discord. It was on Instagram. And it was of one single baby skunk. And it was the cutest thing ever. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. Why can't I have a baby skunk come up on my porch? I just have the possums and, stray dogs and, of course, my lovely cats, but never a baby skunk. So then a couple days later, she posts a picture of 2 baby skunks. And I was just like, I'm just so incredibly jealous right now because that's the cutest thing ever. Then last night, she puts a post or a video up on Discord, and it's 3 baby skunks. It's the whole family coming. Like, they're all showing up now, and I just think that's so daggone cute. Anyways, it's Lisa Meow. So you should definitely check out her Instagram. But I forgot what her Instagram was. But Lisa, if you want to put your Instagram in the chat, you can. So everybody could go see your baby skunks.
It is really cute. Skunks are cute. I don't care what anybody says. They're adorable.
I think
but I'm afraid of them.
I think it would be like we would never be able to have baby skunks around here because the cats would make them stink in themselves. Like it would just be stinking all the time. Especially with Meow Meow, the way he is. We'd walk out, we'd be like, shh.
Yep. Serves them right for leaving Brevard County for their training ground? What?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means. This is why it's hard to keep up with chat sometimes. 867-5309. I see what you did there, Joe. My angelfish breeding pair got spooked by my cat about a month ago and now are scared of everything. Any thoughts? Or is this something that time will heal? Yeah, that's... I wish there was a way you could be like, hey, it's all going to be fine. Knock it off. Get your head out of your butt. But no. I mean, in my opinion, there's nothing that can be done about that except for giving them time. And one of the biggest things, Happy Pets, would be exposure. meaning spend more time and, don't baby them, meaning like, oh, they're skittish now, so I want to stay away from there because I don't want to stress them out. No, they're never going to figure it out that way. Exposure therapy kind of thing. Don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't baby them. Treat it like you would anybody else, any other tank. And hopefully they snap out of it. I don't know of a secret trick that can get them away from that. Yeah.
Like the yellow labs, they do that all the time, but then as soon as you feed them, they just come right out. But the babies are never spooked. It's like they just come out.
Yeah, the babies could care less.
Yeah.
All right. So, what happened to my chat? My chat just disappeared. That was weird.
Oh.
Okay, I got it back. Favorite Metallica album? It's Ride the Lightning, of course. Kidding me? It's the easiest question I've ever answered in my life. I don't know why my chat just disappeared like that.
Ooh,
that was weird.
What's the latest on a new C-Take canister? Any secrets you know, John?
Yeah, I know a lot of secrets. But they're secrets, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, because CJ has a 5-year warranty.
This is true.
On all products.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about that filter. I really do. But that's all I have to say about that. It's going to be very cool.
That.
Kevin Bacon wasn't in Footloose.
Yes, he was.
Now, why would you say that?
Yes,
he
was.
You know why you say that, Christopher Scott? Because first of all, you're being a rascal. And second of all, because wasn't there a new Footloose that was made?
Oh, yeah.
So you don't know Footloose. You don't know what you're talking about.
Now I got that song in my head.
Go watch the movie from 1984 or whatever year it was.
Captain Bacon.
And then you'll know.
Captain Bacon is one of the most unattractive men, too. And then but this is the thing. I've never thought he was attractive. But then I was like, I saw a clip of Footloose and I was like, well, he did look better back then, even though I didn't think he was attractive back then. But when you look at him now and then you look at him then, you're like, well, I guess he was a little bit better looking back then. I just never seen the appeal.
I think Kevin Bacon is a god amongst men. I do. Because he's in one of my favorite movies of all time. Several of my favorite movies of all time. But the two most notable would be Mystic River and A Few Good Men. And he was very good in both of those movies. So fantastic in Mystic River. And a Few Good Men, everybody was good in that.
He's not no Patrick Swayze, though. That's for sure.
He's a lot more talented than Patrick Swayze was, but not as good looking. He's not as good looking.
Okay.
Patrick Swayze was another god amongst men.
He was very good at what he did. So you need to stop.
Yeah, he was. But he wasn't as good as Kevin Bacon.
Yes, he was.
I mean, let's be honest.
He was.
Have you seen Murder in the First?
Well,
I bet you haven't. It's great.
I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio, so whatever.
Taking Chance. I mean, I could list all the movies where he is phenomenal in it. But Mystic River, that's the best one. Tremors, exactly. And what's the one? Flatliners. I mean, Merville, why do you keep talking about Superman death on the big screen? How many times are you going to say that? I've already answered that. Good Lord, I've seen it like 12 times in the chat. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but
he really
my goodness. They kind of did that in Batman vs. Superman. So I've already seen it on the big screen. So there you go. And I don't like the Death of Superman story because Superman's my favorite.
Oh, Sylvia asked, what about Brad Pitt? I've never been a huge fan of Brad Pitt. And he doesn't understand it, but I just have never been a huge fan. I don't dislike him. I don't dislike him like Leonardo DiCaprio. but I'm just not as big of a fan. Like, I love me some Patrick Swayze. I do. Jason Momoa.
Very good. I like Jason Momoa a lot. Jason Momoa is a guy I would like to hang out with and just hang out with. He looks like an amazing human being. I don't care what anybody says. Brad Pitt is world class. I'll say it to your face. Think about the movies that he's been in and been great in. Yes, I know he plays the same character in every single movie, but he's great. And Aldo Rain is one of my favorite characters ever. And Tyler Durden is one of my favorite characters ever. And guess what? He played both of those characters. So, Fury, are you kidding me? Get out of here. Brad Pitt is not a big fan. Are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? 7, get it. What? I'm going to give you Leonardo DiCaprio, even though I don't understand it. You saw one movie you didn't like with him in it.
All of them.
Oh my God.
I just don't like him.
If you've seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape and you don't think he's one of the best actors ever. Growing Pains was 40 years ago.
Well, I didn't like him then either. I haven't liked him since he was on TV. Obviously, somebody else didn't like him very much. That's why he floated, or he went down in the water.
Rose just gave up on him. Jackie Chan's now pushing 71. Whoa. And I bet you he could run circles around me right now.
He's cool.
Tom Cruise doing his own stunts will always get respect out of me. You daggone right. Tom Cruise is, I think, probably a crazy person.
Yeah.
But there's absolutely no debate. He is an absolute S tier at the top of his game and has been for 40 years.
He's a good actor, but I don't like him. I don't like Mel. I like Mel Gibson. I was going to say, I like Mel Gibson. I like everything he's done. But and Tom Cruise is good and like Top Gun, come on. But I don't know. I just don't like him as a person.
Well, you don't have to. I mean, there's a lot of people in the entertainment business that I don't like as a person, and I still enjoy their talents.
There's that one guy who is, I love him. He's so, I can't remember his name.
Henry Cavill? Yeah, I love him too.
No.
Awesome.
He played in Meet the Fockers. The older one.
Robert De Niro?
Yes. Gosh, I was having a brain too. He's a great actor.
And he's also a complete insane person.
But I like him as an actor.
Stephen Alexander said Matthew McConaughey is one of my favorites. Let me tell you something about Matthew McConaughey. If he ran for president in 2028, I would vote for him. That's how much I love Matthew McConaughey. What do you want me to tell you? I'm telling you the truth here. Tom Cruise was to bet for both Top Guns. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but both Top Gun movies were great. De Niro lost me in 2016. De Niro lost his mind with old age, but that's another one for...
But I like his old movies.
Yeah, for decades, I would have told you he is my absolute favorite actor of all time. Yeah. But he's lost his mind. I mean, that's just...
Adam Sandler, yes! I love Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler is a substantially what's the word I'm looking for? Underrated talent. He is exceptional at the cheesy, corny, goofy, fart type dick jokes humor, but he's also a very good actor when it comes to the drama side of things. If you haven't seen Punch Drunk Love or Uncut Gems, you haven't seen that style or that side of Sandler. He's great in those movies. I didn't like Punch Drunk Love, but he's great in it.
Keanu Reeves, yes. Yes.
I mean, if we're going to be honest with each other, Keanu Reeves is not a very good actor, but I love the man.
He is an amazing human being.
He is. And I will watch anything with him in it.
I will too.
But he's not an exceptional actor.
I will watch it just because he's an amazing human being.
If you put Keanu Reeves
He loves cats.
in the stairwell of an apartment building in a slum somewhere, and he's withdrawing from heroin, and he's begging his mother through the door for money to be able to go buy more heroin, he would bomb. But Leo DiCaprio made you believe that that was real. That's all I'm saying. DiCaprio is the cream of the crop right now. DiCaprio, Daniel Day-Lewis, Matthew McConaughey, they're probably top tier for me.
Are we going to do the giveaway now?
But see, she just doesn't like it when I talk about Leo DiCaprio. Keanu Reeves, I am a massive fan of. But he's not the best. I watched The Day the Earth Stood Still the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot how dumb this movie is. It was a shame.
It was a shame.
Okay.
Here we go.
Now there's 87 people
Nice.
eligible for the giveaway.
So 100 lurkers.
Hopefully,
100 lurkers. They don't want their friends to know they're on here. They're
Yeah.
like, we're not going to say anything because then people know we watch KG Tropicals. So we're just going to lurk.
oh, I could give you a list that's probably 50 people long
Oh,
that would say that.
Me too.
The only stipulation to this giveaway, which I did not mention before, I'm making the rules up as I go, and if you don't like it, well, I'm sorry. The winner has to be in the United States.
Yeah, we are sorry for all of our friends that do not live in the U.S.
Just tell me when you want me to push the button, and I will push the button.
Okay, do it now.
Known Creations.
Nice. So, say you're here.
I hope that you are here and you live in the United States. Known Creations. If not, all in one, brother. All in one. Oh, well, it's all one word. So how was I supposed to know that?
All in one. That's awesome. I like that. We were like Al-Anon.
I mean, look,
Oh.
it's one word, so I pronounced it the way it reads.
But I see I get it though. All in one creations. That's pretty cool.
Now that we understand how to say your name, are you going to tell us if you live in the United States or not?
Yeah. Please.
What about Daniel Day-Lewis? Yusha Daisy, you must not have been listening about 45 seconds ago when I said Leo DiCaprio, Daniel Day-Lewis, Matthew McConaughey, cream of the crop right now. I believe. And there's probably more too. But still no. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So how about this, Al-Anon? I'm going to keep calling you that
I think it's
until
funny.
you answer.
Al-Anon.
Yes, you live in Philly. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Email me. I'm not going to make any Philly jokes. You're not going to get me to do it. Email me at kgtropicals@gmail.com, and I will get your information, and then we'll send it out to you next week.
Yeah.
I'm used to being able to say
Yeah.
tomorrow, but
See this.
Paul Giamatti is fantastic. He sure is.
And congratulations, Al-Anon.
Salient, I think you said that as a troll, and it's actually quite genius. But I think you said that because you know people say, I look like him. I think that's why you said that.
Who?
Paul Giamatti.
Oh.
Paul Giamatti is an exceptional actor. But it bothers me that people say I look like him. Ever since I had the beard, nobody says that anymore. But before I had the beard, everybody said that. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. And Salient also donated 10 memberships.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you for
Thank
that.
you.
Thank
you very
shoot,
much.
I'm behind on channel memberships or on super chats, aren't I? Simon Nichols with the Australian $5. I had to rehome 10-inch Oscar because it was beating up my full-grown Oscars.
Oh, wow.
I let the store know before bringing them in. They sold it within days.
Well, that's good.
Well, see, you did the right thing
Yeah.
by letting them know. And Oscars are the exception to the rule because everybody loves them, except for
Well,
the people that hate them.
And there are people that have bigger Oscars that want another one, and they can't put a baby in there with it, so they're looking for one that has a little size on it. So
Yeah.
Oscars are, I do believe, easier to do the rehoming thing when it comes to that. They're not overly aggressive, like if you were to see a red devil all by itself, or you're
I agree.
more likely to grab that Oscar than you are something else.
In most cases, Oscars are going to be not going to be total jerks. And I mean, that happened with this tank, with the red one that we had. I had these fish for like a year. They were like this big. And then I was at Rama's.
You got the red one.
And there was a red one in there the same size. I was like, well, I've got to take him because
yeah.
I wanted to add another fish to the tank, but I couldn't put a baby in there. So
And then mine are going to get bigger. They're going to go in there, and they're going to be like little teenage jerks, and they're going to start beating up the old ones probably.
that's my only concern. But they're probably, they're probably 6 months away from being big enough to go in there.
Yeah, they're.
I mean, the one is, are you kidding me? That's how big he is. He's, are you kidding me,
He's
big?
already like this.
He's already
big.
4 inches at least. He's tripled in size. She doesn't have the light on, so y'all are wondering why I haven't shown you. I mean, the one I'm talking about is that guy right there. He just went back into the shadows. But he's right there.
Yeah, you can't see him on the. I can't see him on the.
He might have even quadrupled in size since she got him.
And the Severums have gotten pretty big too.
Yep. Even the tiger has at least doubled in size. You've only had him for like 4 days.
4 days? What are you talking about?
Well, you got him at the anniversary, didn't you? No. You got him when we went
It was
back
a week later.
after the
He
anniversary.
was there when we got the other ones, and I wanted him, and you were like, you probably got enough. And then the other one disappeared. Remember? The other
Yep.
lemon just disappeared, and I didn't know where it went. We couldn't find a carcass, didn't know what happened. And I was like, well, I need to have another Oscar. And he was still there, and I was like, that's who I'm getting. And he's gorgeous.
July 27th is when you bought him, and he has doubled in size since then, that
Yeah.
tiger Oscar. So, yeah, Oscars are the exception. They're easy to get rid of.
And I have the vampire Placo in there, and then all the little koi cats. Everybody's getting along.
It's because you feed them like crazy.
I do.
Simon Nichols gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you, Simon. You've been spoiling us tonight so much. Danny Thomas with the
Oh,
$5
thank
super
you.
chat. Hiroyuki Sanada is an underrated actor. I have exactly 0 clue who that is. But I'm going to look him up. And then I'm going to give you my 2 cents. I'm going to tell you whether I agree with you or not. Oh, that's the guy that played Scorpion. Yeah, he played Scorpion. Yeah, I like him. I haven't seen enough of him to know whether he's underrated or not. But he was in The Last Samurai. He was great. I mean, and he was great in Mortal Kombat. So yeah, but I don't know how underrated he is. But I'm with you. I'm not going to argue with you.
You know what? It's funny because there's somebody in here. I think I follow them on my Roots and either my Roots and Whiskers or my I think it's a Roots and Whiskers channel. The Barefooted Gardener.
Oh,
Because I like that stuff. I follow more.
you like people who garden in their bare feet?
No, I watch more gardening and cat stuff than I do fish stuff. So, yeah, I was looking because I saw his name a little bit ago, and I was like, the Barefooted Gardener. I've heard of that. Oh, I think I follow him. That's so funny.
Whips World donated 5 memberships and then came in with the $5 super chat because he
Whip?
decided 5 memberships wasn't enough and said, "Sorry, I'm late, sir." Well, ma'am, too. She's a ma'am. You can take it out of my pay. Yeah, well, we're docking you for it. No doubt about it. You know, you
Thanks,
part-time
Whip.
help. Jeez. No, it's good to have you, Whip. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then your friend, the Barefooted Gardener, who likes to garden in his bare feet, with a $2 super chat. Tom Holland is my favorite actor. I think Tom Holland is a guy that we are going to be seeing for a very long time because I do think he's really good. I wouldn't say he's my favorite actor, but I think he's going to follow the path of a Leonardo DiCaprio. Started really young. Even though he looked like he was 12, I think he was like 19 when he first did Superman or Spider-Man. And I've really enjoyed him in everything I've seen him in. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about, I'm saying he's my favorite, but he's really good. As good actors, let's not forget Ed Norton. Ooh, Ed Norton is a masterclass too.
Ooh, Depth chart said they are discontinuing pennies, so you can't give your 2 cents anymore. I don't want them to discontinue pennies. I just started recollecting pennies again.
That just means they'll be worth more money.
Oh.
And since it's 3 minutes before we're supposed to get out of here, I am going to make one more comment about actors, and I think it's going to start a fight between me and you. It shouldn't, but I think it might, even though you'll agree with me what I'm about to say.
Probably.
We watched a show. Took us a week to get through it. That was another masterclass of acting.
Oh, yeah.
This is a guy that I have been a fan of for well over a decade.
Yeah.
But this, I don't mean to say it as if it's like a gay thing, which that sounded really bad, but you know what I mean. This was almost like his coming out party, even though he's not gay. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
This is his breakthrough. That's better for me to say. I'm talking about Charlie Hunnam. In the Ed Gein show. Wow. And I got to tell you, it's not even the whole series. It's episode 7. Was Leonardo DiCaprio in the stairwell level, exceptional masterclass of acting. I haven't cried from a movie since the ending of Mice and Men back in like 1991. I seriously was like, whoa. And I have not had an actor have that effect on me since John Malkovich in Of Mice and Men. So yes, what a horrible person he was playing. But wow, did he do a good job. Oh my God. It's so good. It's so good. And I was a big fan of him since Sons of Anarchy. And I've seen him in, obviously, Pacific Rim, which I love. And
he was great in Sons of Anarchy.
He was really good in Sons of Anarchy, but not like he was in that Ed Gein show. Oh my God.
Yeah, he played that guy to the T.
That was the Daniel Day-Lewis, my left foot level performance. I'm just going to say it. He was incredible in that show. I don't watch award shows because I think they're dumb and I think celebrities have enough glory, but if he doesn't win awards for that, then the system is rigged.
Yeah, he did great. Okay, I need to say my thank yous.
Do it.
All right. So I want to say thank you for the donations and everything that I get for Roots and Whiskers. Curtis Crump sent some food kitty supplies and stuff from my Amazon wish list, and I just want to say thank you so much, Curtis. You've done so much and even took a cat. You're still doing stuff. Thank you. And then Sherry Coleman, Robert Wayman, Jerry Goebel, and Ann both are all donated to the GoFundMe for the barn expansion, and I just want to say thank you so much. We're almost halfway there. And the interesting thing is, because the project is something we're doing in stages, this is just working out perfectly, so it's exciting. We got all the supplies that we need to insulate the drop ceiling that he's going to build for me tomorrow, and I'll be helping him. So we got all of that last week. We got everything moved into the back of the barn, so it's there. Thank goodness we did that, because it's supposed to rain all weekend. So we'll get that started tomorrow, and hopefully we get it done this weekend. I mean, it's a big job because it's way up there. So
We'll get it done. It's not a big deal.
okay.
It's a big deal, but we're going to try to get it done. I couldn't get past the 3rd episode of Ed Gein. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to lie to y'all. That was one of the most disturbing shows.
The beginnings with all the
I mean, it was, whoa, this is what that show was. And I'm ashamed to admit, when we were done watching it, I thought the last episode was by far the weakest, kind of like Peacemaker last night. But I almost felt sympathy for Ed Gein after watching that show, which I was like, I can't do that. But
because of the way they towards the end,
the episode 7 was just like ooh, Charlie Hunnam got me. He was so good in that, but it was really tough to watch that show. I mean, and I didn't watch episode 2 because the Menendez brothers can go after themselves. I don't care about them. I don't want to see anything about them. And I couldn't make it through the Jeffrey Dahmer season.
yeah, I couldn't either.
I had to bail out of that season. It was too much for me. I was like, this is too real. And I knew what was going to happen because we lived through it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I know no, I can't watch this. It's too much. But we made it through this one. And
I couldn't feel sorry for somebody who did that to other people.
no, I don't. I was trying to explain it to you, but I just couldn't.
I know. But
It's really hard to explain. Like, I don't sympathize, but I understand how he got that way because of his abuse that he took as a kid.
Well, yeah, his mom
So-
was pretty crazy, but it doesn't mean that you do bad things. But I know what you mean. It was pretty messed up. I feel more sorry for the victims' families and the victims.
Well, and there were things, I'm not an Ed Gein historian or an expert, but there were things in the show that were just not true. And I knew that watching it. But that's okay. I mean, they had to fill 8 episodes. You had to make a story out of it.
As he got older and he was put away, that's when you kind of, you know what I mean? They start making you feel like they humanized him. And that kind of bothered me because it's like, I don't want to feel bad for that guy. It was horrible. So
Well, I think that was just the brilliance of Charlie
Yeah.
Hunnam's talent. I mean, he did so good in
he
that.
did.
I became an immense fan of Charlie Hunnam after watching that. Yeah, I know his voice was a little cartoonish, but he did so good. It was amazing what he did. And it made me realize why everybody is not an actor, because
Yeah.
not everybody can do what that man did in that
It's
show.
true. He played the part, that's for sure.
I didn't make it past the first 3 episodes of The Sopranos. Ouch.
Oh.
I tried watching The Wire twice, but didn't make it past the 5th episode either time. Yeah, I said it. I don't understand the love they get. So here's the thing. The Sopranos, other than Breaking Bad, is the best television show that's ever been produced. And I will say that to your face, even though you're bigger than me. And I don't mean this way. I mean this way. The Wire, I enjoy. I've not made it through the entire season. Or the entire series, I mean. I'm in season 2 of The Wire. it's one of those shows I'm like, I don't have anything else going on. I'm going to watch The Wire. It hasn't grabbed me like Breaking Bad did, like Sopranos did. Whip, what about Mad Men? HB asks. That's another one. I'm a huge John Hamm fan. That was another one that just didn't grab me. I never made it through the entire series. So, The Wire, it's cool to see so many actors that are in other shows. And it's like, oh my God, that's the guy from Walking Dead. That's the guy from Entourage. That's Michael B. Jordan. And he's like this old. It's really cool. But I haven't made it through the whole thing. And I agree, not with Sopranos, but with The Wire. Like, there's so many people that are like, oh, it's the best television show that's ever been made. Like, really? With Sopranos out there? With Breaking Bad out there? Are we really going to say The Wire's the best? I don't know. It's about drug dealers in Baltimore. What? Well, then, all of those shows are actually about really, really bad people. But I don't know. I couldn't get past the first few episodes of Succession or Breaking Bad. Now, Simon, you and I are going to fight now. Succession, I kind of understand. But Breaking Bad, it's the best television show that's ever been made. I will say it.
I liked
to
it.
Anyone's face.
I liked it. I did like it, but it started to get bleh towards the end of
Tell me a show that's better. Don't be talking about Vampire
I was gonna
Diaries or
say
some kind of
Vampire
nonsense
Diaries.
like that.
Vampire Diaries was better than Breaking Bad.
Oh my God. What are you, a 13-year-old girl?
When I watched it, I was like 25. Anyway.
I think I would like to give Mad Men another shot, though, because I do like that kind of show.
I am watching Yellow Jackets right now, and it's been pretty good. I watched like one episode a night, and I'm still on the first season, but it's different, that's for sure.
Lost was my favorite show for a while. I have watched Lost all the way through more than once. I think possibly 3 times. And
Lost was good.
Lost was a great show. The last season, the way it ended, wasn't all that happy with. Thought it was a little silly, but it's still a good watch. I really liked Lost. I liked it a lot.
Joe said, how the hell do you have time to watch anything? Joe, do you want to know when I watch my shows? This is a very personal.
Be careful now.
I don't watch TV all day long. I don't watch anything. But at the end of the night, I take a nice bath and I will put my phone up on the bathtub and I watch a show and I relax. And that's the only time I get any TV time in. But this week had been really neat and really nice because we did the whole watching a couple, like we would watch like one episode of that show or maybe 2 in one night, or get the popcorn ready because I love the popcorn. And we did that like 4 nights. And
Yep.
we found the time to do that. We were like, okay.
But we
got
were
everything
starting
done.
the show at like 10 o'clock at night.
I know. So we missed a little sleep, but it was fun.
But that's what we did with Breaking Bad. We did that with
That
Sons
was
of Anarchy.
Years ago. That
Well,
was
I
like a
know.
long time ago.
We watched shows together almost every night. Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy. There was a couple of more too that I don't remember. And that was when we had all the kids living with us. Now that the kids are all grown and out of the house, we don't watch shows together until this last one.
Well, we watched that dragon show
Yeah, all 6 episodes.
every time a season comes out.
Game of Thrones was another one that was like
Yeah.
appointment watching for us.
I want to watch that other one that we've talked about watching with the guy from Dances with Wolves,
Oh, Yellowstone.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch that. It looks interesting.
I've seen the first season and it was really, really
I
good.
haven't seen it. I'd love to watch. I think that should be our new show.
I always loved Mandy Patinkin. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I like
Oh.
Mandy.
Yeah,
I like him too. Breaking Bad, I really struggled through the first 5 episodes. I don't understand you people. I don't understand it. Firefly is my favorite / best TV show ever made, and Game of Thrones is my favorite paid for TV series. Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul were really good. I really like the Firefly song from Bacon Benjamin.
Yeah.
I have not seen the Firefly show, but I've never heard anyone ever say it was the best show ever made.
Patty.
No, go ahead.
Patty said, "What? Oh, your kids are out of the house? Tell me your secret."
Get old.
They grew up. No, they went off in the military or college or just decided to move out, when, they were ready. So
We didn't kick any of them out. They moved out because they grew and became adults and did their own thing.
yeah, we raised them to be strong, independent,
MFers.
human adults. Human adults. Yeah,
That's right.
adults.
Proud of every last one of them.
Yeah, they're all doing great.
And as far as Game of Thrones, we were big fans of Game of Thrones. I hated the way it ended. When it ended at first, I was kind of like, okay. But then as it brewed and I thought about it more, I was like, yeah, that was really dumb,
That made
the way
me
it ended.
so mad. Like, that last episode should have been 5 episodes long. They could have just done so much more and taken their time with that last episode and ended it so much better. I hated the way it ended. Just made me angry.
The show it ended in like whenever. It's a long time ago. If you haven't seen it and you're worried about spoilers, then where have you been? There's only one way that show should have ended, and that's with Jon Snow on the throne. I don't care what anybody says. So I didn't have a problem with the way things happened with Daenerys and all of that. She deserved it. But Jon Snow should have been sitting on the throne at the end of that series. I don't care what anybody says.
I liked Sansa. I would have been happy if she was the one sitting on the throne. I liked her. Especially what she did to her husband, because he was a jerk.
Who did she's playing somebody. Laura Croft.
Superhero?
She's playing Laura Croft.
Yeah.
Not sure how I feel about that, but there's a particular set of attributes that Laura Croft is supposed to have that that actress doesn't.
Oh.
It's kind of like Wonder Woman,
Oh, she has to be tall.
Yeah. Tall. That's what I meant. I really liked The Walking Dead too. Like most series, it fell off and it went. But man, those first few seasons were too much. I loved how they and Game of Thrones would kill literally anyone in the cast.
Oh, yeah.
The Walking Dead was like a can't miss every week show for us until it wasn't.
Yeah, until they killed,
Glenn.
yeah. That episode did it for me. I was like, I don't need to watch this ever again. I was done. And Rushel?
Well, I mean, with Herschel, that you kind of knew that was coming, and that was fine.
I liked Rushel.
Again, I'm not afraid of spoilers here, y'all. These shows are old. When Negan killed Abraham, I liked the Abraham character. I was kind of like, whew, like, it's just Abraham. And then,
Yeah.
and that's when, I agree, that's when it was all downhill from there. I think that was episode 1 of season 7.
He was like one of my favorite.
Yeah, it was like, oh, there's no coming back from this.
And then the kid. How do you do that? It's
Yeah.
like,
The whole show's about him.
yeah, exactly.
I saw The Exorcist when it first came out. They were actually paramedics in the lobby in case someone got sick or passed out.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard that, and I heard Psycho was the same way. In fact, they even show it in that Ed Gein show. I believe that came out before I was able to see it, and when did The Exorcist came out? It came out in the 70s, right? Who cares?
Yeah, I don't think your mom took you to see it.
No. The first time I saw The Exorcist, I was an adult, and I was kind of like, I don't understand what the big deal is. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But that's just me, I guess. For me, it was when Carl died. Yeah, that's what she was saying. That was too much. That was when it was like, okay, hold on a second. This kid is the whole motivation for the entire show. And over a contract dispute? Like, come on. Yeah, that's what it was. About to starry my first breeding project of two-stripe Brocus Cories. What would be your best 3 tips never bred before? I'm sorry, Dallas. That was a tough read, and it's not your fault. I'm just not good at reading.
I've accidentally bred Corys.
Yeah, I've never done it on purpose, so I would...
I would like to eat babies. They're so cute, but in my experience, you don't want to have fish in there that will eat them.
That is very true. I wish we could give you more than that.
Yeah, I didn't do it on purpose, so...
Exorcist came out Christmas Day, 1973. Okay. Yeah, I was born in 74, so that explains it.
Yeah.
Again, I just never really understood the whole thing. Like, why does everybody say this is the scariest movie ever made?
Because back then, it probably was the scariest movie ever made back in the day.
Well, and before that, it would have been Psycho, and
yeah,
but Jaws. I mean, there was a lot of movies that came out in the 70s. I think Psycho was in the 60s, wasn't it? But
Jaws was scary to me.
Jaws is one of the only movies that's ever affected me for the rest of my life.
Did you know they just had a 50th anniversary?
I know.
That is one old movie.
The Mist was a gut punch. Oh, man. One of the most, not going to spoil it, brutal endings of a movie I've ever seen in my life. And I realized I just talked about spoilers for shows, and I was like, I don't care. It's really old. But The Mist, you can't spoil that ending. If you know the ending of that movie, it's not worth watching. Just like if you know the ending of The Sixth Sense, it's not worth watching.
Oh,
The Shining. The Shining, I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. The Shining is a terrible movie. I don't care what anybody says.
I still really like Jack Nicholson, though.
I love Jack Nicholson. Are you kidding me? The Shining is all of Stanley Kubrick's movies are stupid except for Full Metal Jacket. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't get Stanley Kubrick. Clockwork Orange. Apocalypse Now wasn't him. All of the movies that he did, I just don't get it. I'm sorry. They're really dumb. I'm not into artsy fartsy nonsense, stupid stuff. Sorry. Say it to your face. Probably get my butt kicked for it.
Oh my God.
Full Metal Jacket was great though. But anyway, at Comic-Con in Colorado, one of the cast from The Walking Dead photobombed my photo. Oh, how cool is that? I'm going to need to know who that was. Because, and won't it be a shame if you don't know? You're just like, I know he was in The Walking Dead.
That's hilarious.
I'm going to say one more thing about movies before we go. Because we're not doing 3 hours tonight like we've done all the times when we're not doing member stream. I've said it to you before. And I'm not trying to say this is a scary movie, because it's not.
Finding Nemo?
No. But I saw it at my friend's house for the first time when I was like 10.
Oh my gosh, not that one.
Why can't you humor me sometimes?
I'm humoring you when I said it.
The first 15 minutes of An American Werewolf in London messed me up when I was like 10 years old. I'm just telling you. There is no sound that I've ever heard in a movie in my life that is more effective than the sound of that werewolf howling in the background when Jack and what's his name are walking through the fields in the rain. That sound messed my life up. I'm trying to tell you, that messed me up. When I watch it now, it still gives me the chills when I hear that. The rest of it's not scary. Jack and oh, now I forgot the other guy's name. David and Jack are the two characters from that movie. Loved that movie so much. Still love it. I would go in and watch it tonight. But that sound.
That should be my alarm clock every morning.
That sound just messes with my head. It is brutal. And yeah. That's one of those movies that if they were to do what they've done with all the movies, I know they've made sequels that were stupid, but if they were to be like, okay, we're going to remake An American Werewolf in London, I would be like, come on. No, don't disrespect Rick Baker like that. Just leave it alone. They could never do it. Anyway.
Yeah. And I still have nightmares about the flying monkeys from The Wizard of Oz.
They were scary. We've talked about them, and I don't roll my eyes and go, oh, God, when you say that like you do to me.
Because it's funny.
Have you seen American Werewolf in London?
Yeah, it's not scary.
I didn't. Did I say it was scary? I said it's not scary. But that sound, the werewolf sound, and I've heard sounds similar to that out there, and it creeps me out. I'm walking down the street. Anyway, say goodbye to everybody.
Okie dokie. Like, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right. Well, it's been a lot of fun, and yeah, it's been a great time. I've had a great time. We've had a lot of... Are you going to interrupt me?
Well, Taryn answered the question. It was Otis. That's who it was. Gotcha. That photobombed him. And he also plays Jonathan Kent in the new Superman movie, just so you know.
All right. Okay, before you start talking about Superman, we got to end this. So, again, thank you so much for watching.
Not Otis. He plays John. I didn't say... No, his name was Otis in The Walking Dead, but he does not play Otis in Superman. He plays Jonathan Kent. I don't know if I said that right. Anyway.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's been a great time. We appreciate everybody being here, everybody that's talked and chat and been a part of the talk and everything. It's been great. Thank you.
Except for the ones that said how many.
Yeah. We still appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats and the gifted memberships, and thank you to the mods. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next Friday night along with a member stream afterwards. Bye.
Find the button. There.